All right, I think we're good to get started. Welcome everyone. Before we do get started, if I could please request everyone to put their phones on either silent. Just be mindful that we are in sort of a very quiet energy mode today, so please do have your phones on silent and not on ring. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our celebration of International Yoga Day, hosted by the Heartfulness Institute of Canada. My name is Sinreet, and I'm honored to be your host for today's event. We are thrilled to have all of you here today to commemorate this special occasion dedicated to health, harmony, and mindfulness. Heartfulness is a form of meditation and spiritual practice that aims to foster inner peace, balance, and well-being. It is taught and practiced through heartfulness meditation, which is guided by the principle of offering love and compassion from the heart. Yoga and mindfulness are not just physical practices, but rather profound journeys towards inner peace and well-being. It transcends borders and cultures, uniting people from all walks of life. Today, we come together to honor this ancient tradition that continues to enrich lives worldwide. We encourage you to utilize today's event to its full potential as you are giving your time and energy to this event. Before we begin our sessions, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed guests and participants who have joined us today. With us, we have Tracy Gray, Member of Parliament, Kelowna and Lake Country. We also have Tom Dias, City of Kelowna Mayor. With us, we also have Mohini Singh, City Councillor. I would now like to invite Ms. Mohini Singh to start off with a welcome to the guest of honors.
Good morning, everybody. What a fabulous day outside. Just want to welcome everybody today to the Heartfulness Chair Yoga celebration for health, mental and physical health. I'd like to also welcome our Mayor, Tom Dias. Thank you so much for coming. Mayor Dias was not well yesterday, but did everything in his power to be here today, to be with us, and our other honored guest, Member of Parliament Tracy Gray. Thank you for being here. I'd like to give a big thanks to all the sponsors and the collaborators. You all know who you are. I'm afraid to mention all of you in case I leave one person out. Also the two Hindu temples in Kelowna and Summerland. Thank you for your effort and your input. And the lead on that is our very dear Ashok Mohan. Thank you. And a big thanks to Heartfulness Canada for supporting this endeavor. Tomorrow, just for everybody's, so you all know, is the Rath Yatra downtown. We're expecting hundreds of people to show up. It is not only religious, but it's also a time when we all come together and in celebration and gratefulness that we are able to live the lives we're able to live today here in Kelowna. You know, today, why is today so important? Today is important because what we need in the world today is peace. Not only global peace, but inner peace. And that inner peace is what will improve our mental health and our physical health. So thank you for joining us and taking that first step forward. I hope you have a peaceful and mentally satisfying day.
Thank you, Ms. Mahoney, for your kind words. Guests who cannot be physically present, but are present with their thoughts and encouragement, we have Maxine Dehart, City Councillor, Renee Merrifield, MLA for Kelowna and Mission, Ben Stewart, MLA for West Kelowna, and Loyal Woolridge, City Councillor. We have a wonderful lineup of events planned for you, including guided breathing exercises, chair yoga sessions, relaxation and meditation practices. We hope that today's event will inspire you to embrace holistic well-being of life, not just as an exercise routine, but rather a way of life going forward. Before we begin, we would also like to thank our collaborators, Kelowna Now, Consulate General of India, Vancouver, Maxine Dehart, City Councillor, Mohini Singh, City Councillor, Okanagan Ayurveda, Yin Yoga, Kelowna Hindu Cultural Society, Okanagan Hindu Temple and Cultural Society Summerland, West Cabs, and Scout Security. We would also like to thank our silver sponsors. We have Mr. Pavneet Singh from BC United. We have Mr. Bajresh from Made in India, Karan Joshi from Remax Kelowna. Gold sponsors, Mr. Ashok Mohan, Dr. Vikas Raj from Access Dental, Mr. Dinesh from Ditto's Printing, Amarjeet Sohi from AKM Tires, Sukh Aujla from Pearls Furniture, Mr. Rusty Ensign from Ensign Bros. Our media group, we have Jim and Nikki from Kelowna Now.
Also known as Jackie.
Kelowna Now is also our proud sponsor and collaborator, and we thank them for live streaming the event to those who could not be in attendance today. Once again, thank you all for being here. Let's celebrate this yoga day with enthusiasm and a commitment to nurturing our body, mind, and spirit. May I please invite Ms. Ria Olick to commemorate the National Anthem of Canada. And may we all rise for the National Anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Ria. May I now request Mayor Tom Dias to grace us with a few words.
Well, welcome everyone. On behalf of myself, City Council, and the City of Kelowna, it is an honor to be here today to celebrate Yoga Day in Kelowna. And I'd also like to recognize MP Tracy Gray, who is here with us too. And my council colleagues who were mentioned, all of them, but very nice to see Councillor Mohini Singh here. I'm going to take a little bit of a journey back just before I start. I started probably doing yoga about 10 years ago. I was playing hockey and pulled my first hamstring and realized that the importance of stretching, and it wasn't something that I did a lot of previously. And then when I pulled my second hamstring, I realized the importance of making sure that I kept on it. So it was but it was hot yoga. It was Modo, and then it worked its way into Pranify. and I've been a continual individual who has done that for that length of time. Regrettably, the last couple of years has taken me away from it, just time-wise, but it is something that I know I need to get back into. So from a standpoint of what it does to just our ability to be calm in what we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, but also the ability to meditate. So as we celebrate this day and what this brings to our community, there's a true peace that I understand that comes from practicing yoga, and I appreciate the efforts that went in to look at putting together the program that is being shared, and then also just bringing that awareness to our community. It is that type of diversity within our community that builds strength, and and just builds a stronger community. So I thank everyone for organizing the event today and taking the message forward about diversity within our community, the strength of it, and also just making sure that you take some time to reflect upon what is happening within your own life. So thank you again for allowing me to be here with you.
Thank you, Mayor, for your kind words. May I now request Ms. Tracy Gray, Member of Parliament, Kelowna and Lake Country, to grace us with a few words.
Good morning, everyone. And excuse me, thank you for coming out today to celebrate International Yoga Day. I'd like to give special thanks to the Heartfelt Institute, especially the part in Kelowna here, for the invitation to be here. And we know that putting on an event like this takes a lot of time and effort, a lot of volunteers, a lot of sponsors and supporters. So let's give everyone a big round of applause that was involved in today. And you've turned this room into a beautiful place of tranquility. It's very calming, it's wonderful, especially after just landing late last night from Ottawa. So this is really, this is welcoming here. I often call the sense of community here the spirit of Kelowna Lake Country, because our community really does have a way of coming together to volunteer and support each other. It's one of the big strengths of our community. Yoga, as we know, is internationally practiced, and it's only growing with popularity. And the word yoga originally came from joining and uniting, and so there's that real collaboration there. You know, especially during this time, there's a lot of people that are having a tough time, whether it's financially or with mental anguish, and so anything that we can do to help our physical, our mental, our spiritual well-being is really important, and it's important that we all support each other along that journey. I hope that anyone that's visiting our beautiful city that might not be from Kelowna, that you get to enjoy it a bit today and enjoy the people of our community. I also just, with respect to my office, our Member of Parliament Community Office, just to let you know some of the services that we offer. If any of you need assistance with federal programs or services, be sure to reach out to my office. Also, for anyone that resides in Kelowna Lake Country, we do have Canada flag sets. So if you would like a Canada flag for your home, reach out to our office, and then we can make arrangements to get it to you. We know that Canada Day is coming up very soon, so we can either mail it to you, or you can come to our office, or we can connect with you on Canada Day. So very last, I would like to just finish with saying I hope that you have a very successful event and enjoy your day, and I hope that you have a wonderful time together today. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tracy, for your kind words. Next, we do have a few virtual joining in. So joining us virtually, we will have Mr. Ben Stewart, who is MLA for West Kelowna, and Maxine Dehart and Royal Woolridge, who are both city councillors. So Ryan, if we could please have the video for Mr. Ben Stewart.
Hi, this is MLA Ben Stewart from Kelowna West. Welcome to the Heartfulness Institute Canada International Yoga Day. I'm sorry I can't join you today and hope you experience this transformative power of yoga designed to harmonize your mind, body, and soul. Discover the power of community, the peace of meditation, and the strength of yoga. What a great opportunity for all the participants to take this time to slow down and benefit from this yoga practice. Thank you to the Heartfulness Institute of Canada and all their partners in bringing this yoga practice to our area, free of charge on this International Yoga Day. In closing, I quote Iyengar, yoga is the golden key that unlocks the door to peace, tranquility, and joy. Namaste.
Good morning, I'm City Councillor Maxine DeHart,
Hi everyone, I'm Councillor Loyal Wooldridge.
and we're very sorry we could not join you this morning in this glorious celebration.
This is truly an event that brings together community in peace and harmony.
I wanted to thank Heartfulness Kelowna and the Heartfulness Institute of Canada for bringing this to our community.
And thank you to all the volunteers that have stepped up to make this event possible. You're truly the heartbeat of our community.
And thank you to all the sponsors that brought this to our community too. You are truly the community. Loyal and I will thank you, and again, we're very sorry that we could not be with you this morning.
Have a great event, everyone.
Bye.
We also have a letter of recognition from Ms. Renee Merrifield, who is the MLA for Kelowna and Mission. They could not join us in person today, but they are with us virtually. We would now like to get started with our events for the day. Right. So first off, to help us settle, you may have had a busy morning or busy getting into this venue. To help us settle into this event, we will start with a simple breathing exercise. Breathing exercises help reduce stress and improve breathing efficiency, which can boost energy and mental focus. They also support emotional balance, better sleep, and overall well-being with regular practice. I would now like to invite Ms. Erica Mueller, one of the directors for Ayurveda Association of Canada and a yoga trainer as well. Please give a round of applause to Ms. Erica to lead the session.
Hello, and thank you for having me here today, especially the Heartfulness group. Thank you. I see wonderful faces out here, so it's going to be a fun event. I'm just going to talk for a few minutes about what I do. I'm an Ayurvedic doctor, and many people don't know what that is. But Ayurveda is, or yoga is a sister science to Ayurveda. So, can you put up your hands if you know anything about Ayurveda? Yeah, very few people. So Ayurveda is from India, obviously, and it's a 3,000-year-old practice. And it's based on knowing yourself. So what does that mean? In the West, we read books or we go to the health food store and we pick something up that we think is good for our health. Or we eat kale or whatever it may be that we've read about. In Ayurveda, we have doshas. And first off, we need to know who we are. So an Ayurvedic doctor or a practitioner would do an assessment on you to tell you who you are. Once you know who you are in Ayurveda, you can make food choices, you can make digestive choices, exercise choices, water choices, living choices, meditation choices, yoga choices. But in Ayurveda, we don't believe that you can just go out there randomly and live a long, healthy life without that. Meditation is a very important part of Ayurveda and of yoga, because Ayurveda, we are a consciousness-based science. So what does that mean? We believe that there's a consciousness and we have an energy inside of us that also runs how we live our life, what we do, how compassionate we are, all those pieces. So I'm going to do a little exercise in breathing that's going to be a little bit different. Most of you, if you do yoga, you understand pranayama, right? Is there anybody that doesn't know what the word pranayama? Can you put up your hand? Okay. So pranayama is breathing, right? But it's a yogic breathing exercise, And there's all kinds of pranayama designed to physiologically and psychologically and neurologically help your body to balance itself out. So there's all these practices that you can do that come from very ancient texts. And so, you know, if you're very, very anxious, you can do certain kinds of breathing. If you're very depressed, you can do other kinds of breathing. You know, if you want your internal organs to work better, there's other types of pranayama. So all it means is breathing practices. What I found, I've been in practice for 9 years now. And what I find is that most people don't know how to breathe, right? So what we do is we take dysfunctional breathing patterns that we've learned from stress and maybe accidents or all the things that we do in life, and then we go to, say, yoga studio or go to someone, and they're going to teach us how to do, say, Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing, or different pieces. But when we have dysfunctional breathing patterns before we do anything, we need to regulate those breathing patterns, or pranayama does not work the way it was supposed to work when you read about them in ancient texts. So a lot of us do things like chest breathe or breathe into our neck. You know, so a reason that we have stress. Some of us do something called reverse breathing. So when we inhale, we actually suck our stomach in. We're not supposed to suck our stomach in. And just the pure practice of incorrect breathing will give you anxiety or give you depression, without anything in the external environment having anything to do with that. So I'm just going to do a little breathing exercise for everybody, and it's not going to be a specific type of pranayama. It's going to be to see if you can find your breathing body. Because in the ancient texts of yoga and in the ancient texts of Ayurveda, you have a gross body, you have a subtle body, kind of an emotional body, and a nervous system body. And in between that, you have your breathing body. And your breathing body can help you regulate the space between your physical body and your nervous system. So anytime you learn how to breathe a little bit better, you will be more at peace with yourself, and the whole world will start to look different just from breathing differently. So what I'd like you to do is uncross your legs and put both your feet on the ground. Put your hands in your lap, whatever way is comfortable. And then I would just like you to take a few breaths and see if you can notice where the breath goes in your body and what's going on. Right? Many of us breathe into our neck and our shoulders, and those are called auxiliary breathing muscles. So when you inhale, if you feel you're starting to tighten up your shoulders and your neck, you're using auxiliary breathing muscles to breathe, as opposed to your primary breathing muscles, which is your diaphragm and all the muscles in between your rib cage. Right? So when you really learn how to take just a natural full breath, the diaphragm will move properly and the intercostals will move. So what that means is the rib cage opens and closes a little bit. The spine moves. There's all kinds of very subtle manipulation in the body that's healing the body. So that's the first thing I'd just like you to do, is just take 3 or 4 breaths and see if you can notice where the breath lands in your body without manipulating it. Because what happens is that when we do any kind of breathing, when somebody's paying attention, number one, we think we need to breathe deeper. And number 2, we're actually manipulating how we are naturally breathing, so we don't know who we are from a breathing perspective, right? So we need to just be honest with ourselves about where we need to start, whether it's breathing or yoga or eating or anything. So just play with that for a couple of minutes and just see if you can notice where the breath ends in your body, where it comes into and where it leaves. Is it warm or cold? Do I contract my body when I breathe? And because Ayurveda is an individual science, that each one of us are completely individual, our breathing is completely individual to us also. So to look to someone to your right or to your left will do you no good in understanding how you breathe. And that's one of the wonderful things about mindfulness and about yoga, is that you get to know who you are. So just take a few breaths. Notice if you breathe quickly. Maybe close your eyes and let that experience be an internal experience instead of an external experience. And then just open your eyes for a moment and kind of have a sense of how you breathe. So when I teach people about breathing, you know, if you go to a yoga studio, they'll tell you do 3-part breathing, right? I've owned yoga studios, so you know, breathe in a very specific pattern. That's all great, but from owning yoga studios for many years, what I know is that people can just use the muscles of their abdominal area to pop out their stomach, and they're not actually using their primary breathing muscles. So when I start teaching someone how to breathe, one of my clients, what I'd like you to do is just see if you can allow, when you inhale, see if you can let your belly button just expand out in front of you, and your rib cage just move out a little bit. And when you exhale, just see if you can let your belly button fall towards your spine and let your rib cage contract a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm trying, that's the navel's the center of your being in Ayurveda and the yoga that I know. So what I'm trying to get you to do is let your body release itself. Before you get the mind in the way of understanding how to breathe, just take your whole perspective into your body. We spend 90% of our life living above our clavicles. So if you can start to feel the stories and the breath in your body, your life will start to change, I guarantee you. So just take about 6 or 7 breaths and see if you can just let the belly button rise first and then fall into your spine. And then if it's comfortable, just see if you can get a sense of your rib cage moving in opposite directions away from your spine. And then back in on the exhale. Try not to force your breath. Try not to get your mind engaged about how good or bad you're doing it. You're doing it perfectly for right now. And see how easily you become distracted from your breath into your thought stream, whatever. And I guarantee you, if you do this every day and practice this every day, your whole sense of equanimity, your balance in your life will become better. Just by taking a simple, clean breath that doesn't have stress in it. And now I'd like you to do one other thing before I sit down, is use that same model of letting your belly rise and fall, belly button rise and fall, without a thought to how you're filling up or emptying your lungs, but just that the middle of your body is expanding and contracting. And then I'd like you to inhale for 3 breaths. If you start to feel tension in your shoulders, only inhale for 2 breaths, because as soon as you start to create that tension in your shoulders, you're creating a sympathetic response in your nervous system, a fight or flight response, right? So we're trying to move out of that fight or flight response so we can balance parasympathetic and sympathetic. So if you can only inhale for 2, then you exhale for 3. If you can inhale for 3, you exhale for 4. And in Ayurveda, this is part of something called Dinacharya. So we have a morning practice that we begin with, always. And it's individual to the person in terms of, their breathing exercises, what kind of practices they do, their meditation practices. But just try and use this as a little piece of Dinacharya every morning and just see what happens when you practice over the next 30 days. Because this practice, just like yoga, is a practice. It's not an outcome-based practice, right? We have things that change, but when we come to a yoga mat or when we come to a breathing session, if we come to it without intention of, oh, it's going to be better than yesterday, or what did I do wrong, or all those things, then we have an opportunity to practice day after day, and the world begins to change. So thank you very much for your time. Namaste. You guys have a great day.
Thank you, Ms. Erica, for guiding us through that wonderful breathing exercise. Your expertise and guidance have brought us closer to a moment of peace and clarity. I would now like to request Mr. Bhupinder Aulik from Team Heartfulness to present our guests of honor with tokens of love from our team. If we could please have Mayor Tom Dias and Ms. Tracy Gray on the stage for tokens of love.
Give a big hand of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Bhupinder Aulik. We would also like to recognize Ms. Min Randhava in the room as well, who's a representative for Vernon Lake Country and Monashee. Before we go on, a huge thank you to our sponsors and collaborators once again. You may see a few individuals walking around today. We have our team from Cine Caves for media and photography as well. So if you could please give a big round of applause to them for their efforts today. Thank you for capturing the memories. It's one thing to be in the moment, but another to actually see them afterwards. So thank you once again for being here. We would now like to invite Miss Cindy G, taking Caribbean Yoga, who will guide us through chair yoga and better help us understand the practices of yoga. Please give a big round of applause to Miss Cindy G.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. What a beautiful venue, event, reason to be here on a Saturday morning. Practicing yoga, learning how to breathe. Thank you. So, the benefits of chair yoga are, I got a little cheat sheet here because I'm a tiny bit nervous. So you get better circulation from chair yoga, increased feelings of well-being, lowers your blood pressure, your stress levels, anxiety is lessened, inflammation and chronic pain in the body. And with regular practice, your body begins to open up and you gain more flexibility in mind, body, and spirit. So let's just get centered with, so we're gonna sit on close to the edge of the seat. You can have bare feet if you wish. And you bring both your palms down onto your lap, and we're sitting up tall. And you can even roll your shoulder blades onto your back so that your chest is open. And we're sitting tall, open, and we just breathe nice breaths in and out through the nose. Getting centered and preparing for our class. Notice your body. Notice your mind. Notice your breath. And then open the eyes. So our first movement in chair yoga will be our shoulders. So we're going to breathe in, bring the shoulders up, roll them onto the back, and then come forward all the way around. So your hands will move on your lap at the same time. Nice, big, round circles. And then pausing and reversing, coming forward with your shoulders up, forward, hands move on the lap, and you're breathing still, even though you're moving your shoulders. And relax. Okay, so I'm gonna bring our left ear to our left shoulder. And then bring your left hand and place it on the side of your head. And only using the weight of your hand on your side of head, so you're not reefing on your head. And then bring your right arm straight out, opening the fingers and feeling a nice deep stretch all along the right side of the neck. Not too much and not too little. Nice stretch. Continuing to breathe. And then release and bring your head back to center. And you can just move your head side to side. And then opposite side. So we're cocking the ear to the right shoulder. So you're not moving your shoulder, you're just moving your ear, right ear to the right shoulder. Bring the right hand up to the side of the head, just the weight of the hand on the side of the head. And feeling a nice stretch here on the left side of the neck. And then bring that left arm out and spread your fingers for an even deeper stretch all along the arm, up the neck. And your breathing. And release the head and bring the hands back. And again, you can just shake out. And then once you're here and back to the center, you just place your hands on your lap, and we're going to just bounce our shoulders. Take tension out. And pause. Good. Very good. So from here, we're going to bring our feet wide. And we're going to bring our hands into Namaste. And then we're going to breathe in, bring those arms out and arc up. And then release your hands and bring your hands down onto the floor. So if it's just on your tippy fingers, that's okay. And just bring your head down towards the floor, just staying here with this momentarily. Ideally, you would have a yoga block underneath if your hands didn't, and then you could just use that. I did bring a yoga block, but it doesn't help you. I'm just saying if you want to do this at home, you can have a yoga block. So then from here, you're going to breathe in and raise the right arm and look up towards the right hand. Your left hand is still on the floor, on your tippy fingers, whatever works. You're breathing and feeling a nice stretch here. And then inhale, bring the right hand back, and exhale, raise the left. And turn and look towards the left hand. And you're breathing. And then bringing the left hand down with the right, and bringing both hands back. And you can actually leave your feet wide. From here, you're going to take the right hand and place it on the outside of the left hand. Bring your left hand behind you on your chair. Place it behind you on the chair. And then you're going to breathe in, and on exhale, you're going to turn your body and look towards your left shoulder. So there's a twist in the waist here, just to where you can come. And if you need your hand on the outside of the chair, just holding onto the chair there, that's fine. So you work where you're at. Allow yourself to be where you're at. Takes practice to open up the body. And then breathe in, bring your head around to the front, and then both hands back onto the lap. Opposite side. Bring your left hand on the outside of the right knee and place your right hand behind you or holding onto the side of the chair. Twist from your body, breathing in and twisting and turning your body, looking over your right shoulder. Opposite side. So whatever we do to one side in the body, we need to balance it by doing the opposite side. And remember to breathe. And only go as far as the body can do right now. There's no try in yoga, we just be yoga. Wherever we're at, honor that. Inhale, bring your head around to the front and release your hands back. Well done. So now we're going to bring the left ankle onto the right knee. And you can hang on to and place your hands on your feet. And we're just going to take the left hand, because I've got the left knee bent in front of me and resting on my right knee. Just put the left hand on the inside of the knee and just put a little tiny bit of tension to bring it down. Even if it's in your mind that you've put some tension to bring it down. And just feel your body here. Notice your body. Notice where there's tension in the body. Perhaps in your left hip, you can feel it. So it's okay to put tension on the body, but not too much and not too little. They call it the Goldilocks position. Not too much, not too little. Listen to your body. And then bring that left leg down. And you can just bounce on your toes just to take any tension out. Good. And then opposite side. So you take the right ankle and bring it up to your left knee. So notice the difference in sides. You'll notice that probably that one side is a little more flexible than the other, and the reason for that is because whatever side you're dominant in, if you're a right dominant side, then you're muscle bound on the right side, and there isn't as much flexibility. So that's why we stretch out to release how we're muscle bound in the body. And both sides will still need work. So you're just putting a little tension on the inside of the right knee. And notice where you feel the tension in the body. Yoga is an inside journey. It's not, how wonderful we look or how good we can do a pose. It's noticing where your body needs attention and it needs to be released. And then down. So from here, I'm going to ask you to, you can come back a little bit, not to on the back of the chair, but just a little bit more. You're going to put your hands by your legs, one's hand on each side of the leg. And you're going to lean back just a little bit, and you're going to bring your legs up and start riding your bike. So you're engaging your core here. This is quite a strong pose. So draw your abs in, your core, to strengthen you to do bicycle. Riding your bike. Notice the tension in the legs, the thighs. Notice and relax, come down. And just, you can take the tension out of the legs by just shaking the legs. Notice, and you bounce, you shake, the tension comes out of your body. Good. Gently, that is. So now we're going to do that in reverse. So your hands are on the front of the chair here, holding you. You're just leaning back, and you're going to start reversing your bicycle ride. If you're my age, you used to be able to do that on a bike. Just so you know. It's nothing new. And then release. Whoa. Feel that in the thighs and in the hips. And you can just bounce out just gently. Any tension, if you need to bring the leg out and shake it, that's good too. Okay. So now we're going to do cat-cow pose. So you're sitting closer to the edge, and your feet are flat, and your hands are still on your legs. And you're going to breathe in, and we're going to do cow first, and we're going to push our tummy out and arc our back and look up at the ceiling. And then we're going to exhale, and we're going to draw the tummy in and arch our back, our spine outward. And I've got my hands on my knees now. So 2 more rounds of this. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Make a fierce cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And then come back. Bounce your shoulders a little. Shake out any tension. Notice how you feel. So the next pose we're going to do is we're going to take the right leg and place it on top of the left knee. So you can try to either hook your right foot underneath your left leg, or just bring your right foot so that it's close to the outside of the left foot leg. So then if we have the right knee on top, we'll put the right elbow in the left elbow crease, and you're going to bring your arms, either the back of the palms touching one another or wrapping them around in eagle, full eagle. This way is eagle too. So your legs are eagle legs, and your arms are eagle legs. Notice where you feel the tension in the body here. Notice your body. Gently. You're breathing. Some poses are hot poses. This pose makes you feel hot. So notice that. You're all tied up. And then release and shake out and untangle your legs and bounce out. And you can even tension with that leg. You can give them a nice rub. It's like, wow, that feels good. getting all that tension out, 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 out of the body. Opposite side. Hope I get this right. So the left comes on top of the right, the left knee on top of the right. You can hook your left foot underneath your right calf, or just keep the left foot on the outside of the calf, the right calf. So then if my left knee is on top, I bring my left elbow on top of the right, and I either go into back to back, back of the hands together, or into eagle arms. And notice the difference in sides. Notice if one side is a little more flexible than the other. Notice your body. Notice your breath. Lots of times when we get into a pose, we stop breathing. We just stop breathing. We need to keep breathing. And then release your arms and just shake out and untangle your legs and just tap out and bounce out. Good. Yeah. Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, just release, release. Get that tension all over the body. Bring it back. Okay, so from here, we're going to just come to the side of your chair. So bring your left leg over the side edge of your chair. So ideally, we would take the other leg and just go stretch it out in a warrior pose. But if you don't have the room, just keep the knee bent, or if that's not available for your body right now, just bend the leg in the front like this. So then you're facing over your left leg. Okay, and just bring your hands to heart center and namaste. If you can extend that back leg, that's great. If you have the room to do that, or the body's okay with that. And you're breathing, and you notice where there's tension. Not too much, not too little. So then breathe in and bring your arms up and in a warrior. Don't stay here too long. And then inhale, bring both the hands back to the lap. Help your leg back. Turn your body to the front. And once again, tap out. Do whatever feels good. Any tension in the body at all. Very good. Opposite side. Right foot is on the side of the front of the chair. Left leg is extended back, or just bent and you're on the top of your toes. You don't have to even be on your toes. And turn your torso to the front leg, over the right leg. Good. And when you're ready, bring your palms into heart center. Inhale, bring those palms out, and exhale, arc back, opening your arms. Not too much and not too little. Breathing. And then bringing the palms down to the knee and making your way back to center. And you can extend the legs and do windshield wipers with your ankles just to take out tension there. You can rub your legs, shake the arms out, relieving all tension. Okay. And that brings us to last, but certainly not least, and that's Shavasana. So how do you do Shavasana in chair yoga? Well, I had seniors, they were 80 years old, and with practice, they were able to get on the floor on the mat, and they raise their legs up on the chair, and that's their Shavasana. I won't do that today because we don't have room. So another way you can do it is when you're in chair. So if you don't have a bolster, that's what this is. You could have like a rolled thick blanket, and your ankles would come over, and you're still on the edge of the chair, and you would be leaning back on the chair, and your palms would be face down. So because we don't have bolsters for everybody, I'm just showing so you know when you go home, you can practice it that way. We'll just bring our so sit where you don't feel like you're going to fall out of your chair. So I'm going to get you to just find your most comfortable position in this place, in Shavasana, with your eyes closed. And I'm just going to do a mini yoga nidra, relaxation for your whole body. So your eyes are closed, your palms are down on your lap, your legs are extended, and you can rest your neck on the top of your chair if that's available. If not, be comfortable. Bring your awareness to your right foot, right toes, right heel, right calf, right knee, right thigh, right hip, whole right leg from the hip to the toes is completely relaxed. Bring your awareness to the right side of your waist, to your rib cage, to the right side of your chest, right armpit, and right shoulder is relaxed. Relax. Now sweep your awareness to your right hand, right fingers, right wrist, right lower arm, right elbow, right upper arm, whole right arm is relaxed. And now bring your awareness to the right side of your neck, right side of your face, right ear, right temple, right top of the head, side of the top of the head. Your whole right side of the body is completely relaxed. Relax. Now bring your awareness to your left foot. Left ankle, left toes, left calf, sweeping upward to left knee, thigh, left hip, whole left side of the body, the leg is relaxed. Now bring your awareness to the left side of your waist, left side of the rib cage, left armpit, and left shoulder is relaxed. Bring your awareness to your left hand, left fingers, left wrist, whole hand is completely relaxed. Left lower arm, upper arm, left side of the neck, left side of the face, left ear, left temple, left top of the head, whole left side of the body from the top of the head to the toes is relaxed. Is relaxed. Whole body is completely relaxed. Remain as you are. Just bring your awareness back into the now, right here, now. Very slowly bringing your body back into the chair, sitting upright, eyes open. With eyes closed, bring your palms together. At heart center. You have the nature to be healthy. Relax your body. You have the nature to be happy. Open your heart. You have the nature to leave a legacy. Please join me in closing with the Om and the Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you for coming.
Nikki, we've been friends for like over 20 years. Min and I. But she's a conservative. We can never go on holidays again.
Yes, you can.
We can never talk politics.
Yeah, you can.
She sends me horrible TikToks on the Windows. I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
should read some of them.
I just delete them for me. And when she starts talking, she just doesn't. When she gets on a rant, it's like, I'm not talking to you.
I think I just have one word right now, which is probably wow. Maybe we should have scheduled nap time after as well. But I think it's moments like these that make us realize, like, if we were to do this every day,